Hi everyone, it's Roxy from All Arts Forever. So tonight I just wanted to come on and do a craft with you. It's a DIY. It is something you can use from scraps that you have at home and some of the crafting tools that we usually keep on hand. So for tonight's craft, all you need is 2 pieces of cardboard, 2 about the same size, and then 1 smaller piece of cardboard. So to start off, and I have this in varying degrees, so I won't make you sit through the whole thing, but you take one side of your cardboard and you simply fold it in about an inch to 2 inches. Okay? Do the same thing with the other piece, just about the same. And then what we're going to do is we're going to form a rectangle with this, a box without a bottom. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put some hot glue along the edge. And this actually goes pretty fast. Just hold it together. I hope everybody had a great week. It's nice to have Friday with the weekend on the horizon. And I'm just using regular hot glue. None of this is going to show, so you're going to be amazed at how this turns out. Okay, so that's pretty secured. Take and run some hot glue along here for our other side. See if we can bring this in. I'm going to run it along the edge here. Like such. Watch the hot glue burns. This is definitely a craft that I would wear finger protectors because I ended up with quite a few nice little hot glue gun burns. But the craft turns out so great. You will need some 3-ply jute and some of the 4-ply jute is what I used. And then, okay, almost done. And then whatever you decide you're going to decorate with. Takes just a couple seconds. Now, if you want, you can cut out 4 pieces and make a square. You can also take, I took some and used, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch while I hold this. So basically then what I did was I cut out a piece here to fit on my end, and I simply glued it onto the end. So what you end up with is a piece that looks like this. Now this one's much bigger, but basically I just glued the sides together, rounded them, and then I put a bottom on. Then what I did was I took jute and I started at the top. This is the 3-ply jute. I get mine usually from Walmart. And you just start wrapping, and I glued at the corners as I wrapped it around. So I continued all the way down through. Now at the bottom, you can see I left about an inch here. And I liked the bottom. I tried a couple of different ways, but I liked the bottom to look finished. So what I did was I took and I made, out of the 3-ply, some just lengths of braided ply, 3-ply jute, and I glued them across the bottom. And you can see how that looks. It just gives a nice finish to it. And don't worry about trimming off your edges yet. So we're just going to do this. just going to run some hot glue down along here. Take my piece of braid. And this did take a little bit of time to do. But like I said, you can leave the bottom plain cardboard if you want. I don't know how many people are going to see the bottom of this, but I like the finished product. For one thing, you can hang these or you can leave them sit on a counter, and I just liked that finished product. So as you can see, it's glued down now. My bottom is completely finished with the braids across it. So now I've got these ends hanging out. And I just took a scissors and cut the longest ones. I don't want to cut them too short, but I took the longest ones and just trimmed them on each side. Okay, like such. And then what I did was I took my large pieces of jute and I bent the ends down a little bit. And I went through here and I put right around in here, right in that open area, and I put some of the large jute. And I simply am going to wrap it. I'm going to run some hot glue on the edge here. And I'm going to wrap it around. And again, it does take just a couple of minutes for this to stick. Not too long. I don't know about you guys, but I am so loving this weather. Our weather here in Central California is definitely, we're at spring and we are rushing headlong into summer. We've been in the 80s, 85s. I think this next week, we're supposed to get up into the 90s already. So, definitely ready for it. Although now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I have a hard time then choosing what I'm going to do. Do I work inside? Do I work outside? So then I'm going to run glue down along the edge here and then up over the corner again. And you just keep running your large jute right along that edge. So anyway, when the sun is shining outside, I have a hard time being inside. It's like, then I want to go out and I want to work in the garden, I want to work in the yard, work in those flower beds. Flowers are all so beautiful this time of year. Okay. I'd love to hear what you guys are all doing for your weekend. The types of activities you have going on. Are your kids back in school? Are activities starting to get back to normal a little bit for you? Or what do you have planned for the weekend? The professor is still working on our goldfish pond. And my daughter is recovering from her surgery quite nicely. And yes, all of the grandchildren, including the twins, survived the trip, the stay with Grandma. So that's good. Although I think that they're really glad to have their parents back home. Okay, so then we just keep gluing all the way around the sides, like such. Just keep working that heavy jute. And it doesn't take too long, really. I sat in one evening and made one of these. And the nice thing is, The jute, a lot of us carry on hand, we keep and we use for other things. So, and cardboard boxes, I don't know about you, but I'm constantly throwing out cardboard boxes, so it's a good use for it. And wait till you see how it turns out. It really turned out very nice. Okay, and again, just come along these little edges here. You're just going to keep going, like such. And you just layer on top. Just hold it in place for a minute or two. Or any of you out there getting your garden prepared, getting your stuff all ready to plant. I know I actually even have a tomato on already. Alright, let's keep going here. We're almost done. Making a mess here because I'm doing it upside down. At this point, I flip it so that I'm working right side up. And I just hold the jute in place. And I just keep working around. And I just keep covering it up and gluing as I go. Okay? And so what you'll end up with, excuse the glue, is this nice finished bottom. Okay? So we're going to move on because I have another one that's actually farther along. Now this one, as you can see, it looks a little bit different. It's the same idea. Still has the braiding on the bottom that I finished it with. Still has the larger jute on top. Okay? Only what I did with this was, let's see, where have I got it? I took plastic coffee can, cut it in half, and that's my front. And then I just took a piece of cardboard and backed it, and a piece of cardboard on the bottom and glued them together, leaving that top piece open, as you can see. Okay? And it turns out just like this. Now you might say, oh, well, that's kind of nice, but now what? Well, let me show you. This one, you know, summer's coming along, and I'll show you one that I did for spring, okay? So this is one that I finished for spring. The flowers are from the 99-cent store, the Dollar Tree, and I just glued ribbon on the inside. As you can see, I got the little butterflies. They have the butterflies 2 for $1 at the Dollar Tree. And again, it's just the same on the bottom. I finished the braid. You can hang this on your front door for spring. You can actually just set it on your counter if you want to. Very cute, very simple. This one's small. It didn't take me long at all to finish. Now, if you have someone in your life that's a horse lover, here's another variation of this. This one's a little bit bigger. Again, it's still scrap. I took the larger jute and glued it on the inside for a handle. This time I used the daisies from the Dollar Tree. Put a little bandana that I got at the Dollar Tree. Now, this little emblem here, this is a little Western type emblem. It came from Hobby Lobby. They have all sorts of embellishments, beautiful little embellishments. And so that's what I put on there. And it's just a cute little thing you could hang on your front porch. You could hang on your front door. It's just something different, something creative, a little bit different that you're not going to see everywhere. So as you can see, the sky is the limit with these. You can do just about anything. You can make them your own. This one, I think, we're going to get ready because as time is quickly approaching, I found a bunch of very nice red, white, and blue flowers the Dollar Tree. So, you know, Americana is a big, big thing for decor now. And the 4th of July is coming up very soon. So this would be darling. I get all the tags off. We have an abundance of tags on here. You can make this as full as you want. We didn't have any blue carnations. They did have some blue flowers. Let's see here. What we're gonna do, just stick them in there, nice, like that. And then what you can do is, I found these at the Dollar Tree. They're kind of cute. And you can embellish these however you want. I haven't put a handle on this one yet, but I'm going to simply take some of my larger jute and just glue on the inside of each side of this, and it'll have a hanger on it. Or you could actually put a hanger on the back of it if you want to put some wire on the back of it. Because I used cardboard to flatten up against it, it is flat on the back. So it'll sit nicely against a wall or up against your door. So I think we'll just go like this. Put that on the front. And again, you can decorate this however you want. There are all sorts of things. I found these cute little red, white, and blue stars over at Walmart. So those would be darling. Let's see if I can get it opened up. I think half the battle to crafting is opening the containers sometimes. So you could take, let's see, put just a dab of hot glue on there. And you can take and put little stars on it. There you go. You could put a bow in there. Again, just be careful. Hot glue is nasty on the fingers. But you get the idea. You can embellish it however you'd like. I have a little flag. I'm going to stick in here. And there you go. There's your red, white, and blue. Easy. Takes about an evening to create the basket. Like I said, it's jute. For the larger container, for this size container, it did take almost one of the whole balls of small jute, the 3-ply. I guess that's the 4-ply. Yeah. But it doesn't take much at all of the larger jute. So there you go. Again, you can see different variations. You know, this is for our 4th of July celebration. There's one. Put that one down here. And we have our springtime decoration. And I used a little ribbon to hang that. Again, you could put a hanger on the back sides of them and hang them on the wall. or you could hang them on the door or on your front porch. Here's a variation with a Western theme, again with the jute hanger. Now this large one that we haven't finished yet, I'm actually going to take, and this is going to be a nautical theme. So you can see there's all sorts of different ways you can change this up. I'm going to use the nautical theme. I got this at Walmart, and I just painted it with some chalk paint and a little bit of blue acrylic paint to accent it. But that's going to go there. And then I picked up from the Dollar Tree some seashells, so I'm going to accent with some seashells. But really the sky is the limit. You can do just about anything with these. The other thing that you could do, and again, you're all creative, I know you have hundreds of ideas, you could take some ribbon and hang some ribbon strips from the bottom of this, just to make it a little more festive. All different colors of ribbon hanging from there would be nice. If you don't like the butterfly, you can always put an extra flower down below. So again, use your imagination. There's lots of different ways, different styles you can do with this. These will all be up on the blog, some different ideas to do with this and the basics of how to put the container together, save your scraps of cardboard. And I hope you enjoyed this. It was a fun craft. It didn't take long. The flowers in each one of them, I think there's maybe about $3 worth of flowers from the Dollar Tree. All of the flowers I used came from the Dollar Tree. Then I got the little flag also, and this little decor came from the Dollar Tree. So really, and not much ribbon, that's just a scrap of ribbon and the bandana. So really it's just the cost of your jute and whatever embellishments you want to put on it. So let your imagination go wild and have fun. I love to take old pieces of cardboard and turn them into something that's just unique and a lot of fun. So I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope to see you again soon. And don't forget to check out our website at allarsforever.com. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, and on Facebook, of course. See you later. Bye.